So, you've just finished your PhD, or you're right on the verge of it. First of all, congratulations. Now you're probably asking, what's next? Well, if you're looking for a really top-tier postdoctoral fellowship in India, you are in exactly the right place. Today we're going to break down one of the best opportunities out there, the National Post Doctoral Fellowship, or NPDF. Okay, let's just cut to the chase, shall we? This is the number that makes everyone sit up and pay attention. 80,000 rupees per month. That's the core fellowship amount we're talking about here, and believe me, it's just the tip of the iceberg. This is serious funding designed to let you put 100% of your focus on your research. So what exactly is the NPDF? Well, think of it as a super prestigious two-year fellowship directly from the government of India. Its whole purpose, its mission, is to find the most motivated young scientists and engineers and basically give them the support they need to do groundbreaking work in their fields. Now let's look at the full package, because it is so much more than just the monthly stipend. On top of that $80,000 a month, you also get a research grant of 2 lakh rupees every year for your experiments, equipment, whatever you need. And get this, the host institution gets a lakh in overheads, which, trust me, makes you a very attractive candidate to them. It's for 2 years, but you can even get it extended. Oh, and one quick heads up. If you submitted your thesis, but you're waiting for the official degree, the fellowship starts at $50,000 a month and then jumps up to 80 as soon as that paperwork is final. Okay, so you're excited, you're ready to go, but where on earth do you even start? This next part is, and I'm not exaggerating, the single most important piece of the puzzle. Before you write a single word of your proposal, your first job is to find a mentor. And hey, don't just take it from me. This is a direct quote from a successful NPDF fellow. They couldn't be any clearer. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with finding the right professor to host you and guide your work. This is step 1. It is absolutely non-negotiable. All right, let's quickly get the lingo straight so there's no confusion. For this application, you are the principal investigator, the PI. You're the boss of this project. The mentor, on the other hand, is your host professor. They're an established researcher at an Indian university or institute who's going to give you the lab space, the guidance, and all that institutional support you need. Now, before you start firing off emails, you have to listen to these 2 rules. Seriously, write them down. First, you absolutely cannot choose your PhD supervisor or co-supervisor as your mentor. The whole point is to expand your horizons. And second, you generally can't stay in the same department or even the same institute where you got your PhD. You've got to move on. So how do you actually find this person? Well, you've got to be proactive. A great place to start is LinkedIn, believe it or not. A lot of PIs actually post there specifically looking for NDPF candidates. Beyond that, just start identifying top researchers in your field across India. Then you write a sharp professional email, attach your CV, tell them exactly why their work excites you, and ask if they'd be open to mentoring you for the NDPF. Okay, so you found an awesome mentor. They've given you an enthusiastic yes. Now it's time to get to work on the heart and soul of the application, your research proposal. This is where you really sell your vision. The proposal itself is broken down into these key parts you see right here. You've got your project summary, keywords, clear objectives, what you expect to find, and of course, your detailed methodology and work plan. This is your big chance to show the selection committee that you have a plan that's not just exciting, but also clear and achievable. And here is another golden nugget of advice from someone who actually got through the process. When you're writing your summary and objectives, be concise. Get straight to the point. The people reading this are experts in their field. They don't need a novel. Just tell them what you're going to do, clearly and directly. Shorter is better. And speaking of plans, this is a perfect example of what a good 2-year work plan might look like. See how it's broken down? It shows you've really thought through the entire process, right from the initial literature review all the way down to writing up your papers for publication at the very end. It just proves you're organized and you know what you're doing. All right, your proposal is looking fantastic. Now for the fun part, the paperwork. Let's make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. So, what exactly do you need to start gathering up? I know, it can seem like a mountain of forms, but if you just think of it like a simple checklist, it becomes way less intimidating. Here's the list of the absolute essentials. You're going to need your CV and your mentor's CV, some proof of age, like your passport, your PhD certificate, or at least that official letter saying your thesis is submitted. Now, the big one is the endorsement certificate. That needs to be signed by both your mentor and the host institution's registrar, so start on that early. But the good news is, for most of these forms, they actually give you templates on the official portal, so don't panic. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, from finding that perfect mentor to tackling all the paperwork. So let's wrap this all up with a few final, powerful tips that can really boost your chances of getting this fellowship. All right, let's do a rapid-fire recap of the keys to success. 1, get your mentor first. It's the foundation for everything else. 2, a quick pro tip, ask them if they're already registered on the CERB application portal. It'll save you a huge headache later. 3, don't forget, there's an interview after they review your proposal. And finally, and this is a big one, you only get one shot. You can only apply for the NPDF once in your entire career, so you've got to make it count. At the end of the day, the NPDF is so much more than just a paycheck. It's a launchpad. It's the freedom and the resources to go after your biggest, most ambitious ideas. So as you sit down to start this process, the real question you should be asking yourself is this: what truly groundbreaking research will your proposal unlock?